Get Up and Push Forward. Trick Your Mind to Win Every Day. Written by Justice O. Malcolm. Published by Tamuda for USA Introduction. What if the key to conquering each day lies not in the sheer force of will, but in the clever tricks you play on your own mind? Get up and push forward. Trick your mind to win. Every day reveals the psychological strategies that can turn your daily battles, from hitting the snooze button to tackling a major project, into victories. This book is your guide to mastering the art of mental manipulation, ensuring you can consistently summon the motivation, focus, and tenacity needed to succeed. Everyone has days when getting out of bed feels like a Herculean task. However, the difference between those who simply survive and those who thrive lies in their mental approach. Through this book, you'll learn how to reshape your thoughts, rewire your responses, and reinforce your resolutions in ways that make success not just possible but inevitable. Drawing on cognitive behavioral techniques, neuroscience, and real-life examples, Get Up and Push Forward offers practical tools to trick your mind into being more productive, more positive, and more powerful. You'll discover how small shifts in your thinking can lead to massive changes in your outcomes. Whether it's a technique to boost your early morning energy or a strategy to maintain momentum in the face of fatigue, each chapter provides insights that are both actionable and transformative. This book doesn't just tell you to change, it shows you how to initiate that change step by step. You will be equipped with mental hacks to overcome procrastination, defeat doubt, and dismantle fears that have held you back. More importantly, you will learn how to set up mental dominoes in your favor, where one positive thought triggers another, creating a cascade of success that flows through your day. Get Up and Push Forward is more than just a title. It's a mantra for anyone ready to take control of their life. As you turn these pages, you are not just reading. You are stepping into a training ground for your mind. Prepare to be challenged, inspired, and invigorated. Your journey to mastering your mind and winning every day begins right here, right now. Just as Odysseus braved the treacherous seas to return home, you too must traverse your personal labyrinth of thoughts and emotions to achieve your goals. You need to understand how to trick your mind to win every time, a skill that's not only beneficial, but vital in today's high-pressure world. This involves decoding your mental resistance, identifying roadblocks, challenging negative self-perceptions, and leveraging psychological momentum. Don't you want to know how to sustain transformational mental states and navigate the dynamics of psychological change? Let's start this journey. And who knows, you might just redefine your personal growth trajectory. For more information about the ebook version of this audiobook, check the video description or visit tamuda4usa.com. We noticed that 69% of you who listen to our videos are not yet subscribed to the channel. Please help support the channel by hitting the subscribe button and liking the video. Thanks for inspiring us to create more content for you. Chapter 1. Decode your mental resistance. Every single one of us is capable of achieving greatness, but too often, our own minds become the greatest barrier to our success. Let's be frank. You've got dreams, aspirations, and goals that you've not yet reached, and it's high time you did. But first, you'll need to decode your mental resistance. Think of your mind as an intricate maze filled with traps, dead ends, and illusions. Your job is to navigate through it. You're not just looking for the way out. You're seeking the key to release your ultimate potential. While this may seem intimidating, remember that you hold the power to break free from the constraints of your mental labyrinth. Recognizing your mental resistance is the first step towards overcoming it. Those self-defeating thoughts, fears, and doubts are your mind's way of protecting you from perceived dangers, even when there are none. Yet they're not the enemy, they're simply misguided protectors. So, how do you decode this resistance? Start by acknowledging it. Shift from a mindset of avoidance to one of acceptance. Understand that it's okay to be afraid, to doubt, to worry. These feelings are valid, but they're not your reality. Next, challenge your resistance. Ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? You'll find that most of the time, the worst-case scenario is far from catastrophic. Chapter 2. Identify psychological roadblocks. While you're making strides in decoding your mental resistance, be aware that psychological roadblocks may surface. These obstacles are not meant to deter you. Instead, they serve as signposts indicating areas needing your attention and introspection. Psychological roadblocks often manifest as lingering fears, self-doubt, procrastination, or lack of motivation. You might find yourself stuck in a cycle of what-if scenarios, or you may just feel overwhelmed and defeated before even starting. These are not signs of weakness, but cries for understanding from your psyche. Don't be discouraged. You're not alone. And overcoming these roadblocks is not only possible, but also a significant part of the journey toward personal growth and achievement. The first step is to identify these roadblocks. Be honest with yourself. Reflect on your thoughts, behaviors, and emotions. What's holding you back? Is it fear of failure, rejection, or maybe the unknown? Once identified, you can begin to dismantle these roadblocks. Remember, they're not concrete walls, but mere illusions created by your mind. You have the power to change your thoughts, and by doing so, you change your reality. Identifying your psychological roadblocks is not a destination, but a continuing journey. It's a process of self-discovery that enables you to push forward, break free from self-imposed limitations, and win every time. It's time to trick your mind. Get up and push forward. You've got this. The Chapter 3, Recognize Subconscious Limiting Beliefs. These beliefs stem from past experiences, societal conditioning, or self-doubt. You may not be aware of them, but they're lurking in the shadows, ready to sabotage your success at the slightest hint of failure. They often sound like, "I'm not good enough. I don't deserve success. I'll never achieve my dreams." Now that you know what they are, let's talk about recognizing them. Start by observing your thoughts and emotions, especially when you're facing challenges. Do you tend to blame yourself? Do you constantly fear failure? These could be signs of limiting beliefs. Conquering these subconscious beliefs isn't easy. It requires time, patience, and a whole lot of self-love. But remember, you're stronger than you think, and you're capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. So don't let these beliefs hold you back. Instead, confront them, challenge them, and replace them with empowering beliefs. The journey toward transformation isn't straightforward, but with every step you take, you're getting closer to becoming the person you want to be. So, believe in yourself, push forward, and never stop dreaming, because you're capable of so much more than you think. Chapter 4. Map your inner dialogue. Mapping your inner dialogue is like opening a treasure chest of self-awareness. It's a goldmine of insights about your deepest desires, fears, and beliefs. But you've got to dig deep. You've got to be brave enough to explore the uncharted territories of your mind. Think of it this way. Your mind is like a bustling city. There are streets you frequently walk down. These are your habitual thoughts. There are dark alleys you avoid. These represent your fears. And there are undiscovered paths waiting to be explored. These symbolize your untapped potential. By mapping out your inner dialogue, you'll get a bird's-eye view of your mind city. You'll see patterns, identify roadblocks, and find shortcuts to success. Pay attention to the whispers of your mind. Are they encouraging you to push forward, or are they holding you back? Be honest with yourself. Don't shy away from the uncomfortable truths. It might be tough, but remember, you're the master of your mind city. Start by jotting down your thoughts throughout the day. See how they influence your emotions, decisions, and actions. Notice the repetitions. Spot the inconsistencies. This is your first step toward cognitive mapping. It's not about judging your thoughts. It's about understanding them. The Chapter 5. Challenge negative self-perceptions. You've mapped your mind city. Now it's time to face your self-perceptions. Those nagging voices that whisper negativity, that keep telling you you're not good enough, or that you're destined to fail. It's time to challenge them. Just as a cityscape can be altered, so too can the landscape of your mind. The first step is acknowledging these negative perceptions. You can't change what you don't recognize, right? So, be honest with yourself. What are your self-perceptions? Do you see yourself as a failure, as less than, as incapable? Name these thoughts, confront them, and understand their roots. Next, question these perceptions. Are they based on truth, or just the product of fear, insecurity, and past disappointments? Remember, you're human, and it's okay to make mistakes. That doesn't define you. Your worth isn't tied to your failures or successes are not inherent. They don't define your worth. Now challenge these negative perceptions. Stand up to them. Counter them with evidence of your accomplishments, your growth, and your resilience. You are more than your negative self-perceptions. You are a person of worth, potential, and capability. You are not just a product of your past, but a creator of your future. Lastly, let go of these perceptions. They no longer serve you. They're not part of your identity. They're just outdated thoughts that you've outgrown. Chapter 6. Reframe personal narratives. Having let go of your old negative self-perceptions, it's time to replace them with empowering narratives. This is about taking the reins of your life and steering it toward success. You must become the author of your life, the creator of your destiny. The words you use to describe your experiences shape your perception of reality. If you've constantly told yourself, "I'm not good enough," it's time to change that narrative. Instead, try saying, "I'm always learning and improving." Remember, you're not a finished product. You're a work in progress, constantly evolving, growing, and reaching for greater heights. But how do you reframe your personal narratives? Start by identifying and challenging your old stories. Ask yourself, is this really true? Is there another way to see this? Then rewrite your story. Instead of saying, "I'm a failure," say, "I learn from every experience." Replace "I can't" with "I'll find a way." Reframing personal narratives isn't about denying reality. It's about choosing to see things from a more positive, empowering perspective. Focus on your potential, not your limitations. Recognize that you have the power to shape your destiny. Chapter 7. Develop cognitive flexibility. Cognitive flexibility, your brain's ultimate multitasker, is the next pivotal step in your transformation journey. It's the ability to switch between thinking about two different concepts or consider multiple concepts simultaneously. Think of cognitive flexibility as mental yoga. Just as physical flexibility allows your body to move and adapt to different postures, cognitive flexibility allows your mind to adapt to new perspectives, situations, and ideas. This is the key to tricking your mind to win every time. So, how can you develop cognitive flexibility? It's not as intimidating as it may seem. Start by embracing change. Instead of sticking to routines, challenge yourself to try new things. Take a different route to work, learn a new language, or adopt a new hobby. The unfamiliarity forces your brain to adapt, strengthening your cognitive flexibility. Challenge your thoughts. Don't accept your first thought or reaction as the ultimate truth. Question it. Examine it from different angles. This not only helps you make better decisions, but also improves your cognitive flexibility. Chapter 8. Build psychological resilience. Building psychological resilience is not just beneficial, it's essential. Think of it as the backbone of your mental strength. Life will bring storms, that's a given. But with resilience, you're not just surviving these storms. You're learning, growing, and thriving through them. So, how do you build this fortitude? Start with a positive outlook. It's not about ignoring the negatives, but focusing on the positives. Learn to reframe your thoughts. See challenges as opportunities, not obstacles. Secondly, connect. Build strong, positive relationships. Reach out to others. You're not an island. Don't isolate yourself. Share your experiences, ask for help, and offer support. It's okay to lean on others sometimes. Next, take care of your physical health. Exercise regularly, eat healthily, and get enough sleep. Your physical well-being directly affects your mental strength. You can't build a strong mind with a weak body. Finally, practice mindfulness. Be present. Live in the moment. Don't worry about the future or dwell in the past. Recognize your feelings, accept them, and then let them go. Don't let negativity hold you hostage. Remember, resilience isn't built in a day. It's a journey, not a destination. You'll stumble, you'll fall, but you'll get up and push forward. Start today. Build your psychological resilience and make it your shield against life's storms. You've got this. Trick your mind to win every time. Chapter 9. Master internal motivation. Triggers. As you fortify your psychological resilience, it's time to harness the power of your internal motivation triggers. These are the forces within you that ignite your drive, fuel your passion, and propel you toward your goals. They're your inner fire, your personal why. Understanding and wielding these triggers effectively is a game changer in your pursuit of success. Start by identifying your internal triggers. What truly moves you? What ignites that spark inside you? It could be the desire to prove your worth, the ambition to create a better life, or the passion to make a difference. It's unique for everyone, but once you've pinpointed yours, you've got a solid foundation to build on. Next, focus on strengthening these triggers. Remember, motivation isn't a one-time thing. It's a muscle that needs consistent exercise. When you feel your motivation waning, remind yourself of why you're on this journey. Revisit your triggers, rekindle that spark, and push forward with renewed vigor. Chapter 10. Create neurological success patterns. Now let's dive into creating neurological success patterns. Your brain is a powerhouse capable of forming connections that can propel you toward success. It's time to leverage that power and create patterns that trick your mind into winning every single time. Here's the secret. Your mind loves patterns. It craves predictability and routine. When you consistently engage in activities that lead to success, your brain starts seeing them as a pattern. It registers these actions as a norm, an expected part of your daily life. Before you know it, you're on autopilot, cruising toward your goals without even thinking about it. How do you create these neurological success patterns? 1. Identify the actions that contribute to your success. These could include waking up early, exercising, reading, practicing a skill, or any habit that moves you closer to your goals. 2. Make these actions a part of your daily routine. Consistency is key, so don't slack off. 3. Visualize your success. The mind responds powerfully to visualization. Picture yourself achieving your goal. Feel the excitement, satisfaction, and pride. This mental imagery creates a neurological blueprint for success in your brain, reinforcing your success patterns. Chapter 11. Strategize mental performance techniques. Everyone has the potential to supercharge their mental performance. It's about harnessing your mind's power and using it to your advantage. You're not just capable of this, you're designed for it. Let's strategize your mental performance techniques. 1. Self-reflection. Ask yourself, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Be brutally honest. This self-awareness is the foundation of your strategy. You can't improve what you don't acknowledge or capitalize on what you don't recognize. 2. Set clear, achievable goals. You need a target to aim for, something that motivates you to push past your limits. Your goals should challenge you, but remain realistic. Aim high, but don't set yourself up for disappointment. 3. Practice mindfulness. This doesn't mean meditating for hours. It's about being present in the moment, listening to your thoughts, and understanding your reactions. This awareness empowers you to control your mental responses rather than letting them control you. 4. Commit to lifelong learning. The world is constantly changing, and your mind needs to adapt. Never stop learning. Read, take courses, attend seminars. Feed your brain with knowledge, and it will reward you with improved performance. Chapter 12. Override automatic negative thoughts. Now, let's confront one of the most common barriers to peak mental performance. Automatic negative thoughts, ANTs. These pesky, persistent, pessimistic thoughts pop up uninvited, like unwelcome guests at a party, spoiling the mood and diverting focus from the joy around you. Here's the good news. You're not powerless against them. 1. Recognize that these thoughts are not facts. They're simply products of your mind, and you have the power to control them. You are the master of your mind, not the other way around. Think of it as wresting the steering wheel from a reckless driver. You must be assertive and confident. 2. Challenge these thoughts. Don't accept them at face value. Ask yourself, is this thought based on fact or assumption? Is it helpful or harmful? Just because a thought pops into your mind doesn't mean it's true or beneficial. 3. Replace these negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I can and I will. Instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, remind yourself, I am enough, just as I am. The power of positive thinking isn't just a cliche, it's a reality. Chapter 13. Cultivate growth mindset principles. Building on the foundation of positive thinking and mental flexibility, it's time to embrace a growth mindset. This principle is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed with effort, learning, and perseverance. The power of positive affirmations ties seamlessly with cultivating a growth mindset, a principle that emphasizes evolution, learning, and progress. When you adopt this mindset, challenges transform into stepping stones for self-improvement. Mistakes? They're not failures, but valuable lessons. Criticism isn't a personal attack, but constructive feedback to help you grow. Instead of shying away from difficulties, lean into them, knowing they're integral to your journey to success. To cultivate this mindset. 1. Change your inner dialogue. Replace, I can't do this, with, I can't do this yet. That single word yet shifts your perspective from a dead end to a path filled with endless possibilities. 2. Embrace the learning process. Growth isn't just about reaching the end goal, it's about the journey. Each step, stumble, and triumph contributes to your evolution. Relish every moment. 3. Foster resilience. Understand that setbacks will come, but they don't define you. They're not declarations of failure, but nudges to explore different routes, learn, and grow. Chapter 14. Design personal psychological protocols. On your journey toward personal growth, it's essential to design psychological protocols, tools and strategies to overcome obstacles, maintain focus, and keep pushing forward. Think of them as your personal mental gym, where you train your mind to be resilient and indefatigable. Start by 1. Pinpointing your triggers. Identify situations or events that throw you off balance. Is it a stressful work environment or a challenging relationship? Awareness is the first step toward control. 2. Building coping mechanisms. Once you've identified your triggers, create strategies to manage them. These might include deep breathing exercises, mindfulness meditation, or simply taking a moment to step away and regain composure. 3. Creating a personal mantra. Develop a phrase or statement you can repeat during tough times. It reminds you of your strength and ability to overcome challenges. For example, I am stronger than my challenges, or I can and I will. Chapter 15. Understand brain's adaptive mechanisms. Your brain's extraordinary ability to adapt and evolve, known as neuroplasticity, is your secret weapon for personal transformation. Every skill you learn and every challenge you face reshapes your brain to meet your needs. It's not static, it's dynamic. This realization empowers you to see your brain not as hardwired, but as programmable. This understanding means you're not stuck with the brain you have. You can cultivate the brain you need. Your brain is resilient. In adversity, it has the capacity to bounce back and help you thrive. You're in control. Actively engage with your brain, training it to be more positive, resilient, focused, and creative. This isn't just enlightening, it's transformative. It's a call to action to flex your mental muscles and teach your brain to win every time. Chapter 16. Transform emotional response systems. Harnessing the power of neuroplasticity, it's time to transform your emotional response systems. Your mind isn't set in stone. It's like clay, moldable with determination and consistency. Your emotional responses aren't your enemies. They're signals from your brain about your environment. However, sometimes the messenger gets confused, triggering panic without real danger or sadness without genuine loss. That's when you must step in to guide the process. Remember, you're not just a passive receiver of emotions. You're an active participant in shaping them. Start by identifying patterns. Observe your emotional responses and ask, Is this reaction serving me? Reframe negative responses. When you feel panic, pause and rationalize. When sadness strikes, consider the source and address it with compassion. Practice emotional regulation techniques. Deep breathing, grounding exercises, and mindfulness help regain control over overwhelming emotions. With practice, you can sculpt your emotional responses into tools that propel you forward instead of holding you back. You are the director of your own mental theater. You decide which emotions take the spotlight and which wait in the wings. Imagine having the power to remain calm in adversity, hopeful despite the odds, and focused even under pressure. Transforming your emotional response systems equips you with this power. While it's not an overnight process, it is worth every effort. Train your focus. Actively shift your attention from negative emotions to positive ones. When anger or fear arises, recognize it, address it, and then let it go. Practice calm under pressure. Develop strategies like deep breathing or grounding exercises to manage emotions effectively. Visualize emotional success. Picture yourself responding positively in challenging situations. The more you rehearse this mentally, the more automatic it becomes. This transformation empowers you to thrive, regardless of life's storms. For Chapter 17, implement neuroplasticity strategies. Through neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself, you hold the power to shape your thoughts, emotions, and responses. You are the architect of your own mind, capable of rewiring it for success. To harness neuroplasticity. 1. Visualize success. Create vivid mental images of your desired outcomes, whether it's excelling at work, staying calm under pressure, or achieving personal goals. Your brain reacts similarly to imagined and real experiences, strengthening neural pathways with each visualization. 2. Engage in mindfulness. Meditation and mindfulness practices enhance neuroplasticity by helping you disengage from negative patterns and build emotional resilience. Each session rewires your brain for focus and calm. 3. Repeat and reinforce. Consistently practice these strategies to solidify new neural pathways. Repetition is like carving a path through a dense forest. The more you walk it, the clearer it becomes. This isn't just about short-term wins. It's a transformative process that begins in your mind. For Chapter 18, optimize cognitive performance pathways. On the journey to cognitive mastery, a critical step is optimizing your cognitive performance pathways. This process involves rewiring your brain for excellence, ensuring that your thoughts and actions propel you forward. Think of your brain as a bustling city, with countless roads leading to different destinations. Some routes are smooth and efficient, while others are bumpy and inefficient. Optimizing cognitive pathways is like upgrading those roads, paving the rough ones, and illuminating the dark corners. Steps to optimize your pathways include 1. Self-awareness. Identify your strengths and weaknesses. Understand which habits hinder you and acknowledge fears holding you back. 2. Fuel your brain. A balanced diet, regular exercise, and adequate sleep are neuroprotective. They enhance cognitive function and resilience. 3. Continuous learning. Expand your knowledge, embrace new experiences, and challenge your mind. Growth thrives on curiosity and adaptability. 4. Practice mindfulness. Stay present and engaged. Mindfulness reduces stress, improves focus, and enhances emotional intelligence, leading to better decision-making. This isn't a quick fix, it's a lifelong journey. Each step builds a sharper, stronger, and more resilient mind. The Chapter 19, engineer personal breakthrough sequences. With optimized cognitive pathways, it's time to engineer your personal breakthrough sequences. These are the steps you design to overcome barriers, leap over hurdles of self-doubt, and achieve your dreams. Think of these sequences as your personal growth blueprint, a map to your goals and desires. They are uniquely yours, tailored to your experiences and aspirations. To create your breakthrough sequences. 1. Define your goals. Be clear and precise about what you want to achieve. A well-defined target ensures focused efforts. 2. Analyze your obstacles. Identify what's holding you back. Is it fear, procrastination, or lack of resources? Understanding your challenges helps you strategize effectively. 3. Develop actionable steps. Break your goal into smaller, manageable tasks. Each step should lead you closer to your desired outcome. 4. Use feedback loops. Monitor your progress, adjust your strategies, and celebrate small wins. Growth is iterative, not linear. Your sequences are not just steps. They're a declaration of intent, a commitment to your growth, and a roadmap to success. Chapter 20. Reconstruct behavioral response models. You often react to situations based on habitual, automatic behavioral patterns formed over years. These responses, while familiar, may not always serve your goals. But what if you could reshape them to better align with your aspirations? You can. Reconstructing your behavioral response models isn't about erasing your past, but about using it as a launchpad for a better future. Identify your automatic responses. What's your knee-jerk reaction when faced with criticism or a challenging opportunity? Recognize these patterns and ask yourself, is this response helping or hindering me? Visualize your ideal response. How would the best version of you handle the situation? Use your imagination to create a new, empowered response. Integrate the new model. Practice this new response until it becomes second nature. It may not happen immediately, but with time, it will. Remember, progress is the goal, not perfection. You have the power to reshape your behaviors, creating a better version of yourself at every step. Chapter 21. Activate inner potential circuits. Beyond routine responses and learned behaviors lies a powerhouse of untapped potential within you. You are more than a creature of habit. You are a creator capable of innovation, adaptation, and overcoming challenges. Now, it's time to activate those inner circuits of potential. Start with belief. The first step is to believe in your own ability to succeed. Not just believe, but know it. Own it. You are capable. You are powerful. Take action. Potential is meaningless without action. Take those dreams, goals, and plans and start putting them into motion. Push beyond your comfort zone and embrace the unknown. Resilience is key. It's not about getting it right the first time. It's about bouncing back from failure, learning from mistakes, and continuing to push forward. By activating your inner circuits, you tap into the infinite potential within you, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth. Chapter 22. Leverage psychological momentum. Momentum is the energy that propels you forward in your journey. Once you've made progress, it's time to harness the momentum you've built. This is the moment where your effort begins to pay off, where each step becomes easier and faster. Building momentum is like rolling a snowball down a hill. At first, it takes effort, but as it gains size and speed, it starts moving on its own. That's what you've created within yourself. You've unlocked your potential, and now it's time to let it carry you further. Harness the momentum. Momentum is your ally, but you must actively guide it. It's like a wild horse. It's powerful, but needs to be tamed and directed. Sustain transformational mental states. Like tending to a garden, nurture your progress by watering positive thoughts with affirmations and removing negative ones that threaten to hinder your growth. Momentum doesn't work like magic. It's a tool. But when you understand how to harness it, it becomes the wind beneath your wings, propelling you toward greater achievements. Chapter 23. Navigate psychological change. Dynamics. Embarking on the journey of psychological change can feel intimidating, but rest assured, you are fully equipped for the task. The first step is embracing the idea of transformation, and you've already taken that step. Now it's time to navigate the twists and turns of your mind. As you progress, you'll inevitably encounter resistance. This is normal. It's your mind's protective mechanism against the unknown. However, resistance is a sign that you're pushing the boundaries of your comfort zone. It's proof that you're moving toward growth. Psychological change isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous process. You're not aiming for a fixed destination, but embarking on a journey of ongoing development. Embrace the ebb and flow of this process, knowing that each challenge brings you closer to the person you aspire to be. You have the power to shape your mind's landscape, cultivating resilience, perseverance, and positivity. You can turn challenges into growth opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones. Remember, you are in control. Your mind is your tool, not your master. Navigating psychological change isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. It's about using the power of your mind to create a life aligned with your deepest values and aspirations. Push forward. You're capable of winning every time. Chapter 24. Accelerate personal growth trajectories. You have the power to accelerate your personal growth by understanding your unique growth pattern, setting achievable goals, embracing continuous learning, overcoming limitations, and harnessing intrinsic motivation. Growth isn't just about becoming a better person. It's about tapping into your inner strength, utilizing your unique qualities, and forging your own path. The journey may not always be straightforward, but that's okay. Personal growth is a continuous process, not a destination. You're not expected to have all the answers right away. Personal growth is about understanding your true potential and becoming more resilient, adaptable, and self-aware. It's about embracing change, stepping out of your comfort zone, and challenging your mindset. Your personal growth is unique. It doesn't follow anyone else's timeline or expectations. At its core, personal growth is about progress, not speed. It's about becoming a work in progress and accepting that growth is a lifelong journey. Setting achievable goals. Underneath personal growth lies the crucial task of setting achievable goals. At times you may feel overwhelmed, but don't worry, you've got this. The key is to break your aspirations into manageable chunks. Identify your goal. Be specific. It's not enough to say, I want to be better. What does better look like to you? Is it a promotion, a healthier body, or mastering a new skill? Ensure your goals are achievable. Set realistic, attainable goals. Instead of aiming for a marathon next month, perhaps start with running a mile without stopping. Small victories build momentum, and before you know it, you'll be setting and achieving even bigger goals. Continuous learning. Continuous learning is what propels your personal growth. Life isn't about reaching a single destination. It's about evolving along the way. Make space in your daily routine for learning, and every bit of knowledge you acquire will accelerate your growth. Learning can take many forms: reading a book, taking an online course, attending a seminar, or having conversations with people who challenge you. Life is a classroom, and every interaction holds a lesson. Mistakes are part of the learning process, so don't fear them. Each mistake is a valuable lesson on the road to personal growth. Chapter 25. Harnessing intrinsic motivation. Now, it's time to tap into your intrinsic motivation, the fuel that drives you from within. This isn't about external rewards or recognition. It's about discovering what truly excites you, what makes you jump out of bed each morning with passion and energy. Your intrinsic motivation is your secret weapon, your silent partner in the pursuit of success. It's that deep desire within you, the force that pushes you to defy odds, challenge norms, and conquer mountains. You already have it inside you. It's time to harness its full power. Start by asking yourself, what do I truly love? What would I do even if no one was watching, or if I didn't get paid a dime? That's your intrinsic motivation. It's your compass. Let it guide you toward your true north. Maintaining consistent progress is key to accelerating your personal growth. This isn't just a race you're running. It's a journey you're building brick by brick. Each step, no matter how small, is a victory. Progress isn't always a straight line. You'll encounter dips, bumps, and detours. Some days you'll feel on top of the world, and other days you'll be stuck in a rut. But remember, it's the consistency that matters, not the speed. Even if you're moving slowly, it's better to inch forward than to remain still. Visualize your goals. Let them be your guiding light. Every action you take should bring you closer to achieving them. Break big tasks into manageable chunks and tackle them one at a time. This approach keeps you from feeling overwhelmed and allows you to see progress sooner. Hold yourself accountable, but also be gentle with yourself. Progress is a process, not a destination. You're not competing with anyone but yourself. So, keep going, keep growing, and never stop pushing forward. Celebrate every step of the way. As you progress, take the time to honor your accomplishments. Each victory, whether big or small, is a testament to your resilience, determination, and unwavering commitment to personal growth. The progress you've made isn't just about overcoming challenges, it's about your determination to push past your comfort zone. Don't belittle your achievements. Every step you take is a stepping stone toward greater heights. Celebrate your victories. They are affirmations of your strength and capability. Use them as fuel to propel you forward toward even more success. But don't just celebrate the finish line. Celebrate the journey as well. Every obstacle you've overcome, every challenge you've faced, has contributed to your growth. These aren't just victories. They're proof of your grit, courage, and transformation. So, take a moment to pause, celebrate, and say to yourself, I did it. You've earned it. The key to mastering your mind. At the heart of it all, the key to mastering your mind lies within you. Look past your fears, identify your roadblocks, and rewrite your narrative. Let your psychological momentum push you forward and watch as your transformation takes flight. Change is a journey, not a destination. Stand tall, embrace your personal growth, and remember, you have the power to trick your mind into winning every time. You are unstoppable. You are resilient. You are the architect of your success. Thanks for listening to or reading this from Temuda for a USA audience.